Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
A petition to get North Dakota students back into athletics has reached over 5,000 signatures. It comes after Governor Doug Burgum announced late Friday night that all winter activities will be suspended until December 14th in an effort to slow the spread of COVID-19.
This fall, up to this point, work. Why was football working? Why was volleyball working? Why was all this working, but all of a sudden not now?
And happening right now, a rally on the state capitol grounds in Bismarck. It is made up mostly of parents and high school athletes who oppose the hold on winter sports. The group says they want the governor to know their perspective on the situation. We'll have more on that rally tonight, but coming up first on Valley News Live at 6, hear from players and parents here in the Valley who say they feel like they're being punished for other people's bad choices. Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney is changing his pandemic emergency executive order. On Friday, the mayor imposed a limitation order of 25% capacity or a maximum of 50 people. Today, he has upped that number to 50% capacity or 150 people. The amended order went into effect at noon and aligns with Governor Doug Burgum's occupancy limitation. The mayor's executive order will be in place until December 15th, but may be extended. It also specifically addresses religious gatherings, including weddings and funerals, which have been identified as a source of community spread of COVID-19. We're getting ready for a cold night ahead of us, but I think we'll make up for it a little bit later in the week. Let's find out about this evening with Hutch. Hey, Hutch.
Yes, hey, Andrea. Growing pains indeed. Mighty chilly temperatures out there. Factor in the winds. These are the current wind chills, so you'll want to bring that jacket with you no matter where you are going on this Monday evening. Single-digit wind chills across the valley. You saw in the sky cam there from the Dakota Magic Casino that there are some clouds down south, and there you have it. That's where things are still a little on the cloudy side. We have clearing elsewhere. Clear skies, calming winds equate to cold temperatures, and that's what we expect in Fargo this evening. So air temperatures sneaking down into the teens. We'll have wind chill values down near zero tonight, so bundle up. Grand Forks a little cooler still up in our northern counties. After morning flakes of snow, Andrea, added up to about 4 to 5 tenths here in the FM area and in Grand Forks. We're looking forward to some warmer weather, and I'll have details on that warming trend that begins for some of us tomorrow here in a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Moorhead police have arrested the man they say is connected to this morning's domestic disturbance. Officers say 30-year-old Christopher Langner was on the run after they got a domestic disturbance call around 8 this morning to the 2800 block of 4th Avenue North. A K-9 was brought in to help find Langner just after 9:30. He has been arrested for a burglary warrant, damage to property, and domestic assault. The idea of leaving the house is prompting many to ask, what's the risk of getting COVID-19? As cases go up, executive orders are in place, but as the holiday season approaches, the answer to that question is still unclear. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard explains how you may be able to calculate the risk.
Stay at home and cook for the family and for friends that may not be able to make it to family.
Natasha Harmon from Fargo says this year she's cooking for her family of 5 and inviting a few friends, totaling around 7 people.
It's the same plans every year.
Researchers from the Georgia Institute of Technology made an interactive map that shows the risk of attending events in various sizes in different places. For example, if you were to have a social gathering on Monday, November 16th with 10 people in Cass County, your risk level of getting the virus would be 50%. In Grand Forks, it would be 69%. If you were to have 15 people in one place, your risk level is 65% in Cass County and 82% in Grand Forks. Harmon says North is where many of her friends are heading for the holidays.
So it'd be better if they don't put their family at risk this year, so that way they can go next year.
Others on Facebook told us they're spending time with family any chance they get and plan on skipping out if they feel sick. Some are cutting down on the number of people in their home and not taking any chances as the virus spreads. In Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Georgia Tech is one of the many organizations that put together a COVID-19 risk calculator. If you want to know your risk, you can download our VNL News app and click on this story. More than 1 million children in the U.S. have been diagnosed with COVID-19, according to data released today by the American Academy of Pediatrics and Children's Hospital Association. It shows that as of November 12th, more than 1 million children have tested positive for the virus. There were nearly 112,000 new cases in children last week. That is the highest number than any previous week. Experts say there is an urgent need for a new nationwide strategy to control the pandemic. Fargo Public Schools' COVID-19 task force has voted to keep its current learning models for all grades. Elementary school students will stay in their current model of 4 in-person learning days per week. Middle and high school students will stay in their hybrid model until at least the new semester begins on January 19th. Individual schools can make rolling closures for 1 to 2 weeks if a building has critical staff shortages or outbreaks within the building. FPS reports more than 50% of their staffing positions are unfilled. The task force is meeting again on December 7th. A new COVID-19 testing site opens in Crookston today, and here's a look at the schedule through the end of the year. It will be set up at the National Guard Armory, running from noon to 6 p.m. over the course of 23 days through December. This first week, tests will run today through Wednesday and then next Monday and Tuesday. There are 18 other test days in December. You can pre-register on the Minnesota Department of Health website. Joe Biden is calling on President Trump to begin the transition process today while discussing his plans to rebuild the economy and combat the coronavirus. The president continues to make claims on Twitter that he won the election, even as more members of his own party push back. Michael George is in Wilmington, Delaware, with more.
President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris laid out their economic plans after meeting with business and labor leaders.
Our plan will create millions of good-paying union jobs in manufacturing, building the vehicles, products, technologies.
President Trump is still blocking the transition of power, tweeting Monday morning, "I won the election." But the president's own national security advisor is signaling his readiness to begin the transition process.
If the Biden-Harris ticket is determined to be the winner, and it's, obviously things look that way now, we'll have a very professional transition from the National Security Council. There's no question about it.
Meanwhile, calls from Republicans for the president to accept the election outcome continue to grow louder.
Hospitals are overflowing, people are dying, and our economy is collapsing. And the president is tweeting all day and night about beating Joe Biden instead of focused on let's have a really successful next couple of months in focusing on these problems.
President-elect Biden's COVID advisory team is planning consultations with vaccine manufacturers this week as they plan a pandemic response without cooperation from the Trump administration.
More people may die if we don't coordinate.
Monday, Moderna announced its coronavirus vaccine is 94.5% effective in trials, just a week after Pfizer announced similar results for its vaccine. President-elect Biden warns that while the news is positive, the nation is still possibly months away from widely distributing a COVID vaccine. Michael George, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
The presumptive president-elect also called on Congress to pass another coronavirus stimulus bill. Dr. Jill Biden delivered her first remarks since Election Day at the College Promise Careers Institute virtual event today, a theme that is close to her role as a community college educator. She emphasized the role of community colleges in the country's economy.
5 years ago, when we started College Promise, the idea was as simple as it was transformative, that every hardworking student should have the chance to go to community college tuition free.
She says community colleges change lives, they are flexible, and they meet students where they are. Valley News Live is teaming up again with the Great Plains Food Bank for a virtual food drive. We would really like to get you involved. To find out more, you can download our free VNL News app, look for the virtual food drive, and then click to donate. Hosting the Thanksgiving meal is no easy feat, especially during a pandemic. The turkey guide that can help you is next on Valley News Live at 5.
Chilly temperatures to begin our work week in the single digits up in Roseau County, 11 in Grand Forks. A little light snow to begin our week, but we do have warmer weather in the forecast. Hour by hour details on a chilly night ahead, though, is next.